Hi there.
Hello.
So this week we are not even on the homestead.
Yeah.
We're just done.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, the homesteading stuff is definitely not for us.
No more homesteading. So jokes aside, I am Masana.
And I'm Audrey.
And this is, Millennial Homesteader. So
Yeah.
here we show our financial independence journey through homesteading.
Yeah, so we want to be financially free from all financial institutions in the next couple of years, and we're doing it here on the homestead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing that we've been noticing since we moved to the homestead is we miss traveling so much, and the homestead was making it so difficult for us to travel.
Yeah. So before we actually came to the homestead, we would travel all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like we love traveling, we like getting out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of also strange that we chose homesteading,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, and we didn't think about the amount of work that was going to go into homesteading, because we just thought it's going to be like your normal home,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a complete different kind of situation when you're in a homestead. So yeah, this was definitely needed.
Yeah. So I mean, ever since we moved here, we just found that it's extremely difficult to like move around or be away from your homestead. And I mean, right now we just needed this time because once we go back home, we're going to want to bring in a bit more livestock. We're going to want to start planting and doing things now. So I think for the next few months as well, it's going to be very difficult for us to be away from the homestead. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think something that we've been noticing since we came here for our mini trip is the convenience of everything. Like everything is literally right on your doorstep. You get out and there's a store, there is the beach, there's the mountain, there's everything. And how have you been feeling about that?
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Like I think the convenience is something I really miss a lot.
Yeah.
Because we don't have Uber where we are. We don't have Uber Eats where we are as well. And I mean, I know, of course, we are homesteaders and we should love cooking, but sometimes you really don't want to do that, right? And then, it's just really difficult then to, like, no food can come to your home, right? And, if we do want something, we have to go and get it. So that convenience is really difficult on the homestead. Gyms, accessing the gym is really difficult because you have to drive out and get it, as opposed to here, like before, we would always stay next to, a shopping complex.
Yeah.
But now the shopping complexes are just far away.
Exactly, yeah. So it really feels like we took out a lot of things that we really enjoyed and then went to a homestead and then started trying out new things. It's not that we didn't used to cook, but then there were days when we didn't want to cook and then we could just order in. Now you can't just order in, you definitely have to cook. So a lot of those conveniences are gone. I think one thing that I really missed the most was running. We've been on our homestead for, it's going to be a year in July, but then I've not had an opportunity to actually get out and run because I'm still not really comfortable with the area, and it's the farms. So I missed running. I missed just going around feeling free, and unfortunately, our homestead is not a 10-hectare homestead where you can just say, I'm going to be in that other corner and then, I'm going to feel this freedom and I can run around. But so I really miss that part of, my life.
Yeah. And I think that's really what we started to see this week, right? Which is that, homesteading is like, just like everything else, is about trade-offs, right? And so we spent a bit of time asking ourselves, do we want to have these trade-offs for the rest of our lives.
And we started also thinking about this homestead, our homestead back home, as it's probably not our forever home, and we are thinking about hopefully moving in the near future.
I mean, we absolutely love how it is right now, in the way that it is. It has lots of really good benefits. The community is really great, the safety there as well. But then, definitely when we have to look at, the structure, the size, there's definitely, a different kind of homestead for us. The location as well. And then also we want to increase some of those conveniences as well. So I think that's another important thing, right? Is that also when you're going into homesteading, you have to really look at those things and ask yourself, do I really want those things? And am I willing to trade them off? Because if not, then it's gonna be a problem.
Exactly. I think for me, it's the location. Like do I really want to be where we are right now, or are there other places that I prefer, in South Africa in general, or in the world, whatever. But then also realizing that we don't have the opportunities to just pack our things and go to another place or to another country. So we have to think about it in this context. Where do we want to build in our future in South Africa? What are we going to do? Where? And think about the things that we want. Our choices are really limited because the Western Cape kind of wins it all. Because we want a bit of both.
So, I mean, the good thing though is that we have realized that we do like homesteading because, for us, freedom is having our own land, is being, able to provide electricity for ourselves, water for ourselves, grow our own food, and then also have a space where if anything happens, we can bring our family in there, right? That is our definition of freedom. But then what we also realize is that people's definitions of freedom are very different.
So
homesteading might also not be, someone else's channel of freedom, right? Depending on what they see.
True. I mean, some people don't want to buy a home. Some people don't. I know freedom is different from everyone. If you want to rent out for the rest of your life, then that's fine, But for us, I think the homestead just does it for us. Yeah,
I mean, exactly. So, some other people are always chasing opportunities. So if it's, for example, jobs, right? They want to be free to be able to move around through the country and find a new job, right? So freedom for that person might just be, I'm able to have enough money, but I can rent throughout, right? Or for other people, it's convenience. Like they want to always be, able to access, the stores and all the things they want.
True.
So freedom is really different, and
So are we going to do homesteading for forever?
I think we are.
But
I think, in the short term, we're going to stay where we are. And we want to work on our farm. We want to understand homesteading a lot better. And then, develop in that regard. But then I think, we just realized that I don't think where we are right now is our forever home.
True. I think one thing that I am realizing throughout this whole trip is, I think, just appreciation of the homestead. The food availability on the homestead is great. Things are so pricey out here. Having our power on while we are on our homestead, and knowing that our water is fine while we're on the homestead, and realizing, because we're checking properties around this area we are in right now, and the rents and tax, the levies they pay here is literally someone's rent for the whole month. It's ridiculous, and we don't have to pay any of those. So I think I really have a great appreciation for homesteading and just having our own land that says us, that is away from the government, that is away from government infrastructure. Like, we don't need that. We want to be able to provide those things for ourselves. So I think we are definitely going to be homesteading for a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, for us, it is exactly what, when we say we want to be free, it meets exactly those standards. But I think definitely a change in location could then add an additional component of, maybe convenience, or, being in a place which has more activities, right? Which is what we're also looking to increase on.
Exactly. So what's next?
So what is next is, we keep working on what we do. We want to develop and work on our farm. But then, and
start renovations. Guys, I'm so excited about doing renovations. I think by the end of this year, we might start actually doing the real renovations. We are going to bring in animals. I am just so excited about everything else. Guys, we walked around and we started looking at flowers, how we want to design the garden, the area outside of our homestead, like all these things. Like, it was really, really inspirational to just look at other beautiful things outside in the world. So it was definitely worth it.
It was definitely, we were able to get a lot of inspiration. So we now have a better understanding. And rest, right? So, next week we start again. We start working on our homestead. We want to beautify it. We want to start, developing it. We want to bring in more livestock. So we're very excited about it. And at the end of the year, we really are wanting to start building.
And that's it from us.
Yeah, so thank you so much. We hope you like, share, and subscribe. And let us know if you're on a homestead. How do you feel about it? What are the trade-offs that you are making, and how do you feel about those trade-offs? But if you are someone who is looking to get into homesteading, also comment and tell us how you feel. But we're hoping that the video just is more honest about the things you really have to consider when you go into homesteading.
Exactly, and it's honest about our feelings and how we feel about this journey.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching.
See you again next time.